Hi, I'm Curious Cass, and this is Curiosity Junkie. Have you ever wondered why all those CBD shops are popping up like Starbucks on every corner? And what exactly is CBD, and why would anyone use it? To help us with the answers are two gentlemen who co-founded NxtGen Nutrition. It's an online CBD store. Now, both of these guys are super competitive sports enthusiasts who truly believe in the healing power of hemp. In fact, it's their mission statement: help the world through the power of hemp. I love that. So join me today as I laugh and learn with Brian Burton and Jim Clevenger from NxtGen Nutrition. These two guys are both super competitive athletes. Brian does competitive tennis, and Jim, what do you prefer?
You can call me Clev.
Clev does endurance sports. I'd kind of like to know how, we'll start with you, Brian. How does a tennis player, financial guy, businessman end up in the CBD world?
Well, kind of started this journey almost 2 years ago when Missouri was going to do medical marijuana. So we started down that path and realized after quite a bit of research that the medical marijuana business was not for the faint of heart. Visited a couple...
And we are a faint of heart.
We're not very brave. Visited a couple of places where the growers were walking around with AK-47s, and
That's a little scary.
We don't do guns.
We just don't do guns anymore. So
Anymore.
Wow,
do you have a history that I don't know?
I do have a history.
Before fifth grade?
I do have a history of weaponization. So then we jumped over to some more research on the CBD side of things, the hemp side of the business, and we started down that path and did tons and tons of research looking for the best suppliers, best products, and we think we've hit on some formulas that are pretty good winners right now.
Awesome. Okay, so I know you two guys met.
Oh, you know us.
Yeah, I do know you. That's trouble. I know you guys met like grade school, right?
Right.
So
It was all Jim's idea.
I don't really know whose idea it was. Mrs. Weldy.
Sorry, Mrs. Weldy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we apologize.
This wasn't a shining moment.
And she was really mean. I don't remember. She was really mean. We were good kids.
She must have come from a Catholic school or something.
So you take off from there.
Well, we had this great idea as on her first and second days of substitution that we would change our names daily amongst several of us. So she would really never know who to report to be in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so she'd do the
Roll call.
Roll
Yeah.
call in the morning. And Brian Burton. And I go, yes, and I'm not Brian Burton. And then we had like
Art Davis.
4 or 5. Larry Henderson. Yeah.
So you would just switch names
Pretty much every day.
Every day.
Sometimes we'd switch seats.
And she would get this confused look on her face. Oh, Mom.
Thought I had you figured out.
Right.
Okay, yeah, and then
Didn't I call you Brian yesterday? Right?
so
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
we
That's
shouldn't be
kinda how
real
it started.
proud of that, but
We're
I
not
guess
proud of that.
we
Kind of are proud.
Sorry, but not
You
really
enjoy
sorry.
the memory. You
Yeah.
enjoy the memory
Yeah.
of being
Yeah.
ornery.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You start this you start down the road of hemp, marijuana, medical marijuana.
we've done businesses together before.
Right.
Okay.
We have an Breakpoint Energy, which does LED lighting and injury
yes.
And solar energy,
solar
right.
energy, and we have a digital marketing company.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you have a lot of things together. And
So
then
yes,
you also founded running shoes.
Oh yeah, that was in 1996. I did a runningshoes.com, which
Right.
is an online endeavor. Yeah.
One of the first.
Yeah, we were basically the first running store online.
Most of your businesses are online, right?
Today they are, yes.
Yes.
Especially from customer contact points.
Right. So, knowing that all of these CBD shops are popping up everywhere, like literally, I'm in Arizona and they're on every single corner.
Well, first of all, we know it's a hot area, but our purpose is to help people through the power of hemp.
Right.
We know, we have seen in ourselves and family members and other people how much CBD and hemp helps people. and that's where we come from. We don't do business with assholes. So
Right. Other than ourselves.
Other than ourselves, we've been around each other for 50 years.
Yeah.
So
Long enough we can take it.
Yeah,
Right.
we can take that. We found that there's a lot of charlatans out there.
Right.
There's a lot of people who don't do the third-party testing like we do,
Right.
and don't have. We're all THC free, which is the psychoactive ingredient of marijuana that gets you high. So we want our items drug test.
Ah.
Right.
Okay. So the THC is the thing that tends to do the high,
Makes you feel loopy.
the
when you-
weird,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, no judgment.
Gives you the high, and then the CBD is just a cleaner version that does what exactly?
There are many cannabinoids in the hemp plant besides just CBD and trace amounts of THC, including CBN, CBG. There's just at least 120 of them that they're still discovering. The CBD portion treats different ailments depending on how your body reacts to the CBD. So for some people, it helps with anxiety issues, and pets too. Pets are really interesting because dogs have like 7 times more receptors for this product than people do. But it also treats like inflammation. That's one of the major things that I use it for personally. So after I play tennis or after I've done a hard workout, you know, it helps with inflammation, which helps with your recovery, your ability to get up the next morning and not walk like an 80-year-old person, right?
Right.
So nothing that's wrong about being 80.
Right.
But yeah, you feel so much better the next day. And so those are probably the 2 main components for me. We've also found, we've got some trials going on for rheumatoid arthritis and for MS also. So there's been all kinds of studies that show that CBD, and it may not just be the CBD, it could be some of the other minor cannabinoids that are in the product too. And that's another differentiator from what we do, is we leave all the minor cannabinoids and terpenes in ours, where a lot of people that strip THC out take everything out except the CBD. So that's one of the reasons we think our product's probably a superior product too.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody has an endocannabinoid system,
Okay.
and it regulates hormones and different things. So it reacts with the endocannabinoid
Say that 3 times fast.
system. So it's a natural occurring system in your body.
Okay.
That a lot of people don't realize, and then the dogs have an enhanced one.
Right.
Right.
So it's a natural way to treat inflammation, similar to like the turmeric, ginger aspect.
Yeah.
That
Right.
you can consume it and it helps keep inflammation in check.
Yeah, I myself, like Brian, take it for inflammation, and for my workouts and different things like that. But also, and I'm not making any claims here,
Right.
I have a lot of Alzheimer's in my family, and
right.
it's my theory, or there's a lot of theories out there. One of the problems with that is inflammation in the brain. So I think anything that can do to take down inflammation is a good thing. So that is a major push for me.
Yes, absolutely. And that is something that the doctor that I work for is very adamant about. It's the brain inflammation that is the most damaging when it comes to dementia and the Alzheimer's. So I love that you brought that up, and I know you can't make any claims that this is what it does,
Right.
and there are, I'm sure, a lot of studies that are being done on different things regarding inflammation and the connection to.
One of the ways it benefits is by letting your body battle other things naturally. So if your body's battling inflammation from one thing, whether it be an allergen or something else, then it doesn't have the system to battle the inflammation somewhere else in your body. So
Right.
by taking it down, all of a sudden, you know, you feel better in some cases, most cases, and it's just because you're not battling everything at once. Your system can only battle so much at one time. That's why you get sick.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the things, and you know, again, I'm not making a claim here. I'm just
Personal
saying what
experience.
personal experience.
Right.
And I had no idea, and I haven't even seen that much on this subject. Is I've had allergies to tree pollen from April 15th, June 15th, and it's terrible.
Right.
It started, I'm not sure when it started. I don't think I ever had it as a kid.
Right.
But maybe in my 30s. So it's been like the last 25 years. I've been miserable for 2 months. And I started taking CBD 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. And I've had 2 years ago, I had one day, and I remember talking to you. And I said, it's bad today. It must be the start.
Right. But something's blooming.
I haven't had the eyes, the sneezing, the runny nose. It's gone. And I've also been really allergic to cats.
Right.
And my girlfriend has 2 cats.
Wow.
And I get a little bit if I'm really wild around the dander down in it.
Right.
But it's drastically reduced. So I don't know. Who knows? But
you see a difference.
Yes, and I think that the system we get. My theory is that CBD calms the system down,
yes.
and when we have irritants, in my case, tree pollen or cats, I don't overreact,
right?
But my body does, and so it just kind of calmed it down. So
right now, I take CBD for sleeping, because my curious mind tends to run 24/7.
Right. Curiosity junkie.
I
get it. I was like, what does that really mean?
Curious Cass, hello. Like
okay,
Curious George.
You know me. We went to school together. I'm a little slow.
But yeah, I have found it's the one thing that I don't wake up with that sleep medication hangover.
No.
It doesn't even like loop me out. It's just a natural way to just kind of calm.
Yeah.
And then I usually do my meditation and I can fall asleep.
Yeah.
And stay asleep. I mean, that's the big thing, right?
CBD, yes, is especially
is
good for that staying asleep. That constant waking up, it kind of goes away. And I can attest
as
to
we
that
get
too.
older, you have to go to the bathroom a lot. Or I do anyway.
Yes.
Okay, so that was one thing I noticed with your CBD.
It's funny. You guys are getting older. I don't
right?
Whatever.
Is yours kind of like a time release?
So it depends on what you take. So we have different products. So we've got some tinctures that are drops.
Right.
They're basically all 100% organic.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 3 ingredients: carrier oil, the flavor, and then the hemp oil. And those are a little bit more faster acting. So you basically take those, squirt them under your tongue, and within about 60 seconds or so, you hold it there, and then it acts pretty quickly to take an effect.
Right.
Our nanotechnology soft gels and our gummies and our dog pet chews are all nanotechnology, water soluble, so that the particles, we bombard them with sonic waves to shrink the oil size to where your body can absorb it better.
Interesting.
And so it's not necessarily time release, but the smaller the particles, the longer lasting the effect on your body, because it absorbs more and it lasts longer. So typically, at least for me, that soft gel gives me about 5.5 to 6 hours worth of relief. So much longer than what a tincture does for my body. Other people's are different though.
Right. Well, that was one thing I noticed when I took it, is that even when I do have to get up and make that trip to the restroom, I can fall back to sleep much easier and faster than when I wasn't taking it. So I have found that extremely helpful and a huge benefit. I wasn't really aware of the fact that it was for inflammation. So bonus for me, because I do a lot of ginger and turmeric to kind of help with that. So fantastic.
So it's NxtGenNutrition.com.
All right. Okay, but I will put all of the links in so everybody has access to that. All right, well, that's it. Thank you, gentlemen, and again, yes.
Group hug. Oh, we're not supposed to do that.
No, yeah, we're fine. Thank you for coming. Thank you for taking time to do this. And again, website name?
NxtGenNutrition.com.
All right, check it out.
Nutrition.
Thanks, y'all.